Good day. My name is Linda. I'm going to welcome you to our 3 vegetable dishes that we are going to do today. And I'm going to basically show you how to make things that are be simple, easy, but it has to be delicious. And if it's not delicious, ultimately nobody is going to eat it. So my goal is to show you how to make those dishes. The first dish that we're going to make today would be sweet potatoes. I wanted to first to let you know that out there in the market, there are several potatoes, sweet potatoes, under the category of sweet potato. Perhaps you know the regular one, which would be this they call regular sweet potatoes. This they call yam, and it is sweet in nature. And it's about the same color. We're going to cut it and you'll see. And the last one that it introduced for the last couple of years that I've noticed, it's a Japanese potato. The color is yellow, however, it's very, very sweet, has a floral note to it. I'm going to show you how I personally peel the potatoes and cut them. I washed my hands, and it's very careful. They're wiggly, they are very not even. So when you do purchase the potatoes, if you're not purchasing them in a bag, try to get something that will be similar. They'll cook evenly at the oven, and you will be able to cut it, not too precise, the same sizes. So what we do here, I'm going to show you how I peel my potatoes. I usually don't try to do that because it's very, very unsafe. You can just scrape the rest of your hand. I hold on to the potato in one side. And away from me, I'm going to just peel. I'm just going to peel this half. We just continue until we get mostly of the skin. Now, can you leave the skin on? Yes, if you wash it really carefully, it's going to digest. You can absolutely eat it. I like to use a bigger knife, not a small knife, so they can run. What I do is, if you feel that it's wiggly, you can just slice one little piece. So when you stand it up this way, it'll not move completely. Then I go across one time, and if it's not too, make sure you spray your dish prior to placing your potatoes, because the topping that we're going to make has a little bit of maple, and if it caramelizes, has a tendency to adhere, and it'll clean up would be difficult. So for the sauce, we mix the maple syrup, the cinnamon, mustard, and Sam is going to mix it really well. And then we want to control the amount of fat that we're going to put on the potatoes. And therefore, I'm going to use a brush, lightly coat the potatoes. And when I say lightly, of course, you put more or less, but the topping would adhere better on the sweet potato, and they wouldn't dry as much. So this oil, the little oil would help a lot. Before we put it in the oven, I had juiced the one orange that we used for the grating, and I'm going to put it in the bottom of the dish just so that it creates steam, especially if you're going to make this dish and use it the next day. It allows you to create a little sauce in the bottom, so when you rewarm it, it's not going to be dry potatoes because you'll have some sauce. I mix with a little bit of water as well, not just the juice from the orange, so I can tame a little bit, bring down the flavor. I don't want it to be all about the orange. I want it to be about the potato. We're going to cover it and put it in the oven for about 20 to 22 minutes. After between 20 to 25 minutes, you are going to unravel. You're going to take a paring knife. You're going to slide it in to see if the potato is slightly almost ready. And then we're going to uncover it to the last 20 minutes when it has to cook. Since you all guys do not want to wait an hour to see the final product, I had made earlier a little version of the same potatoes, and I can show you how, when they come out, how they actually shrink a little bit. I like to brush some of the same topping, which is the maple and mustard, and a little bit of the orange zest, just to refreshen. They look glossy, they look delicious, they almost like taste like a candy, and everybody loves them. And then you could just plate it, you could just line them up nicely. They are good to make a day before, even up to 2 days. If you feel that you are entertaining and you want to get a head start, I would suggest to take them out, to bring them to room temperature, so they spend less time in the oven, for the reason that they are already cooked, so we don't want to overcook them. You can add pecans if you're not allergic to nuts. You can add sliced pineapples. You can add prunes. You can add sliced carrots. So all those things can make, it'll be the same dish, however, you can add things that you would love. As you can see, we have even the sauce. I wanted to ladle some of it to show you how it gets thickened a little bit, and you could just pour it this way. And that's it. And this is a beautiful dish to serve. It's a side dish, it's healthy. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.